What's up, my Beater Bros? Maine-iac here, February 9th, NBA game picks and spread predictions. Gonna have a few upsets today at least. We got plenty of games and plenty of good action. Now, if I pick your team to be upset, doesn't mean I don't think they're gonna win. I just think they have the most likely chance of being upset. Because I do like picking upsets, even though I don't think the team who I pick is gonna actually win more than 50% of the time. First game, we have Revenge of Blake Griffin, Clippers versus Pistons at ESPN, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Now, I'm picking the Detroit Pistons to win and cover the 3-point spread here, but we shall see how it goes. And then you have the Pelicans at the 76ers. No DeMarcus Cousins makes this matchup closer than it should be. If DeMarcus Cousins was playing, I'd pick the Pelicans easily. Sixers are favored by 5 in this one, but I'm going to pick the Pelicans anyway. I think if Anthony Davis plays center in this matchup, and Nikola Mirotic plays power forward, then at least the Pelicans have an answer for Joel Embiid on defense, because Anthony Davis does have the length it does take to cover him. I think Drew Holiday is a very underrated point guard. I think he has the speed and athleticism to contend with Ben Simmons. For defensively, I have no idea what the Pelicans are going to do, but I'm going to pick them anyway. Then at 7:30, you have the Boston Celtics hosting the Indiana Pacers, two playoff contenders in the East. Battle it out with elite guard play gonna be on display. You have Kyrie Irving versus Victor Oladipo. Jaylen Brown versus Oladipo alone is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. I like Thaddeus Young in this matchup, but I'm going to pick the Celtics to win and cover the 4-point spread at home. I just think the depth of the Celtics is a little bit too much for the Pacers to overcome, especially without making too many moves at the trade deadline. Pacers, being in a playoff spot, could have improved a little bit, but they sat back. And you have the Cavaliers at the Hawks. Still got another day or two, I believe, until the Cavaliers' new additions will join the team after physicals and stuff like that. So it will be interesting to see how this Hawks team can handle a Cavaliers team who is on the weird end of its fluctuation. I'm going to pick the Cavaliers to win and cover the 2-point spread here. Now, if the Hawks are ever to beat the Cavs, this would be the situation here. Do I think they will? No, not really. Also, example of what I said earlier, Pelicans 76ers, I think roughly if I had to make my own odds, I'd say 76ers probably 57% of the time. But I'm still picking Pelicans there. Then you have the Bucks at the Heat. Miami is favored by 1.5 in this one. The Miami Heat, according to BPI, have a 53.9% chance to win. Now, interesting thing about this game is I have no freaking clue who's going to win. Dwayne Wade's back with the Miami Heat. I don't think he's playing quite yet. I think that's still a day away as well. But I'm going to pick the Milwaukee Bucks in the upset here. They're 30-23, better record than I thought they'd have. I like Eric Bledsoe in this matchup. I like what the Bucks did as in addition to the center. But as of now, it should be a close game. I think it will be a 2 or 3 point game at the end. But it could swing anyway. It could be a blowout either way. It depends. Just all it takes is one team to fail to execute, and this one's going to be over before it starts. Then you have the Nuggets at the Rockets. Rockets favored by 8.5 in this one. I don't think I've really ever picked against the Rockets since Chris Paul and James Harden and Capella have been healthy, except for maybe a few times. Well, that's out of 53 games, only a couple. I'm going to pick the Rockets here to win and cover. This game could go bullshit crazy quite quickly. The Nuggets losing Emmanuel Mudiay, I think he had the energy defensively to keep up with James Harden, but I'm not sure about who they got back for him. We'll have to see. Then you have the Hornets at the Jazz. The Jazz are actually favored in 6 by this one. I like Gobert in this matchup. I think he has the advantage, and I think they win. I think the Jazz win and cover the 6-point spread in this one. But, it should be crazy. And speaking of revenge matchups, like with Blake Griffin and Pistons against the Clippers, we have the Jimmy Butler-led Minnesota Timberwolves going into Chicago to take on the Chris Dunn-led Bulls. Now, these teams made that trade, and one team got better, and one team got terrible. If Mirotic was still on the Bulls, I'd say the Bulls have a chance at pulling off the upset, but no Mirotic, no chance. ESPN at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Minnesota's favored by 7.5. I believe they should win and cover here. Just overall more athletic, and I'm kind of, one thing I want to say about the Bulls real quick is I'm so disappointed with how Denzel Valentine has matured in the Bulls system. I feel like he was a great talent coming out of Michigan State, and I feel like if he went to any other team, he'd be playing a lot better right now, especially in like a Brad Stevens-led system. But that's not my Celtics bias showing up. That's just seeing the improvement in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and players like that, including Marcus Smart. And then you have the poor Kings. Poor Sacramento Kings. One day, Kings, you will be good. One day. You aren't good with DeMarcus Cousins. You aren't good now. But one day you'll be good, and today's not the day. You're facing the Portland Trailblazers. Even at home, I don't think you have a chance. Portland Trailblazers are favored by 5 in this one. They should win and cover easily. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new and want to see more NBA game picks on the daily. All-Star break is coming up. Let me know who you think's going to win the skill competitions and the game and so forth. One recommendation before I go about the All-Star game. They have charities picked out and everything. But one thing I don't like about the All-Star game is it's all offense. It's like zero defense. There's zero incentive to play defense in the All-Star game. I would make it go like this. The NBA All-Star game is extremely profitable, TV-wise. All throughout the year, the NBA makes a ton of profit off of players like this. And a good way to pay back your stars would be this. All players from the winning team receive a $1 million roster bonus paycheck. All players from the losing team receive a $250,000 roster paycheck. Now, most of the time, $1 million wouldn't incentivize a lot of people to try. But say you have a smaller market player like Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics last year who made the All-Star team. That would give him enough incentive to be like, hell yeah, let me in. I'm going to win this shit. And they'd do everything to win. $1 million, even if it's to their favorite charity or a charity of their name, would be incredible. Yes, in the end, that's going to cost you at least $10 million for the winning team and $2.5 million or more for the losing team. But you can't tell me the NBA does not make $12.5 million profit that they could spare for a special occasion event like this, especially if some of it goes to charity. Also, I would award the MVP of the All-Star Game a $500,000 check. Now, you could do it either way. You could give him the $500,000 check on top of the $1 million check personally to him. You could split it 50-50, 50% to him and 50% to the charity of his choice. Or you could give the whole bonus check to the charity of his choice in his name. It would be amazing to see. And also, that's just a little idea. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.